This is 8 Minutes of Awesome. I'm Jennifer Lipsky. A burning question for so many people these days is how can they find their own real truth? Joining me today is my good friend Laurie Seymour from the Baca Journey, who's going to speak with us about exactly that.
Well, consider for a moment if you've ever experienced that feeling of I've just done something that I thought was going to save me. Whether it's getting married to somebody you weren't so sure about, taking a job you weren't really too keen on, choosing a life path that you thought was going to give you what you needed. That place of stepping into something that you thought was going to save you, and then finding out what it really feels like in your own body is part of what has brought me to where I am today. I've chosen a number of things in my life that haven't always worked. They may have worked or appeared to work in the beginning, but somewhere in that, I came to a different realization. And what I'm wanting to share with people today around that is because I discovered the inner teacher. And in discovering that, everything in my life changed about how do I live and trust myself. And so with that, I want that for everybody because it exists. That inner teacher is real. And it's real in a way that every single question that I might have, the answer's available and there within me. I spent my whole life, I think, looking for the answers outside of me. And when it came time to feel what was real in my career, I was a psychotherapist, and I had to leave that. I had to leave my therapy practice, give up my identity, my career, my livelihood, because I had experienced something with my teacher Dawn where I came to a real concrete feeling of that inner teacher and of being loved, of being so loved that it was like it was just anchored in my body and it didn't go anywhere. It didn't vanish with the wind. And I came to learn and to how to trust that. And I came to build on that. And over the years, and it wasn't just me, there were a group of us that were doing this real inner research. It all had to do with finding that truth and living in alignment with that truth. So let me take you back to another piece in my life where I did have to leave my marriage, where I realized that there were so many patterns that we had colluded on, and that once I saw them, I couldn't backtrack. I couldn't take away that I had seen what was real and what was true. And as I connected with myself, I knew something had to be different. I just didn't know what. So I was taking a walk in the neighborhood with my husband, who had just come through some serious illness. And I remember suddenly speaking without any forethought, I have to go. I have to leave. I just can't be here anymore. And I remember both the shock on his face and really the shock within myself because I had allowed that inner voice to come forward and to say what I'd been longing to say, but didn't know how, when, or if I was going to be willing to say that. I want to, I don't want to dwell on that, but that singularly changed my life in so many dramatic ways because I came to see how it was not always the safe choice that was going to take me into that feeling of being in truth with myself. And oftentimes it was in fact what felt like the most risky choice. This year I had to, I left my corporate job because I knew that there was so much that was burning in me to express. And then I had to, again, teach. And I couldn't stay within that corporate arena and have the, wonderful mileage benefits and the salary and the vacations and all the things that I had gotten quite used to. I had to let that go too. So there's that sense of letting go, but when you're coming to your own truth, there's such a feeling of joy that comes along with that. There's such a feeling of self-acknowledgement. And so that is taking me into taking a group of people to Turkey, of all places, a place that I visited this past year, because it was a place where I experienced so much that was new within me, that was brought forward in energy, not in detail of memories and things like that, but energetic memories that opened me up in ways that I know when you were in a place, when we're in an arena or a culture that feels so foreign, we're enabled to spread our wings a little more deeply and connect with something that is really profound about who we are. It's like our energetic lineage.
Mm.
And then our personal story comes alive in a whole new way. So I'm taking a group of people to Turkey, and the inner part of the journey will be grounded in Turaya Meditation. Turaya Meditation is an accelerated form of meditation that enables people to go much more deeply, more quickly into that deep inner silence. And everything starts there. Everything comes out of there. Everything emerges from that. Because it's in that inner silence that we start to have an energetic experience of that inner teacher. That's where the love comes in. That's where we start to feel anchored in that love. And finally, I realized that inner teacher is just a breath away. That simple act of breathing in, I can connect with that inner teacher, so that all of the questions that I might have, and they're always coming up. What am I to do next? I can go inside and get the answers. Because nobody else can tell me the answers to my questions. I tried that for decades. So this journey to Turkey is that inner journey of going within, connecting with the inner teacher, building that relationship, and having the outer adventures that can happen in the incredible landscape of Turkey. I'm really excited because we're going to Istanbul, we're going to Cappadocia, which is in the center of the country, which is kind of like this lunar Martian landscape, but incredibly rich history with, chapels carved out of the rock faces and things like that. And then we go on to Ephesus, the ancient Roman city where Paul preached, and extremely well preserved, and really the heart of one of the hearts, I guess, of Christendom within this 98% Muslim country. So it's a very rich coming together of cultures, of continents. Istanbul itself is on Asia and Europe, half and half. So I'm really moved by what can happen in a foreign land.
That is beautiful, and so many great messages in everything that our inner teacher only a breath away, and then about your Turaya trip, the trip to Turkey, and the Turaya meditation. Absolutely beautiful. And how would people find out about the details for the trip and to get in contact with you about it?
Well, the itinerary is just being finalized right now, and will be available probably within the next couple of weeks. So people could send me an email at Laurie, Laurie, at thebacajourney.com, and that's TheBacaJourney.
Beautiful.
So they can inquire about that, and there's some writing that I've done on the Baca Journey site about my experiences in Turkey, and so people might like to take a look at that. And if you're on the site and would like to get the free copy of our ebook, you'd be most welcome for that as well. It's just signing up and getting that. It's the 7 awareness-provoking experiences to quiet your mind, deepen your awareness, and develop your inner connection.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So,
Yeah. Oh, beautiful offerings. And Laurie, right now at this moment, is there another message in your heart that you'd like to share for people?
it's that the inner teacher is real. I doubted for my entire life that I had something within me, and yet I also knew it so intimately. I just thought other people knew it and I didn't. And so that self-doubt was what reigned supreme. So I want to say, don't think that self-doubt is the ending point. It's the beginning. That inner teacher truly is a breath away.
Beautiful message. Laurie Seymour from the Baca Journey, thank you so much for sharing this time with me here today.
You are so welcome, Jennifer, and thank you for your time and your wonderful presence.
Oh, thank you.